You're listening to Brazen Exchange.
Welcome to Brazen Exchange. I'm your host, Vanessa Emadi. Today's guest is not just a photographer, he's also a philosopher who approaches photography as not just an art form, but as a tool for preserving our culture, identity, and collective memory. Hi, Louis.
Hello, Vanessa. How you doing?
I am doing well. I'm doing great. It's great to have you here.
Yeah,
Ever since our time at the Nikon ZR launch, I've just been itching to speak with you. So, how have you been? How has work been?
I give glory to God. It's been fine. Um, Despite the hustling and struggling in the nation, yet we're still making an headway. We give glory to God.
How wonderful. So,
Yeah.
now let's get right into it. Photography. How did you begin photography? Was it for the love of it or was it survival?
That's a nice question to start with, and thank you for that. My journey into photography is more of a spiritual kind of. Let me put it that way. Because I remember there was a particular year, precisely in 2004. So I was invited to a youth gathering of my church. And getting there, I was asked to deliver a speech. So, and at that gathering, I um, talk on academic excellence and also learning work or trade. So I was actually addressing young secondary school leavers. So I told them in that year that why they are waiting for their admission, they could just go into vocational training. And in my mind, I was having computer and decoration in mind. So I advised them that instead of sitting at home, just go into a vocational training, go and learn work, one skill or the other. So, and I was also advising those of them who are already in school, not to just go to school and pass, but you should also work to attain an academic excellence. So, but at the end of that meeting, while on my way, uh, I would say the Spirit of God ministered to me, and like, do you know what to just tell those children? They're actually going to do it. And there was a question to me that what am I doing? Meanwhile, as at 2003, I was not doing anything. So I just moved down to Badagry. So I was not really doing anything at the moment. So while I was moving ahead, I met one of the brothers who was coming from the gathering for the meeting. So I told him that we had done already. So immediately the Spirit told me, you can tell that brother that you want to learn his work. So I told him he's a photographer, he was a photographer. So I told him, I said, bro, I want to learn photography. And he was like, bro, you can't learn under me. So I told him, I said, I'm serious about it. And to be precise, that is how it started. But I never go into it uh, because I want to be, I want to, because my future depends on it. I just want to go into it just for fun's sake or just to have a skill. That's all. But not until when I venture into it before I now realize that uh, there is more to it, that my passion really depend on it. And when I got to the Nigerian Institute of Journalism in 2008, when I was exposed to photojournalism, I'm telling you, and I realized that what majority of people see photography to be is far, far, far more than that. And that is where the passion gets grown. And today, I thank God that ever since then till now, I'm still doing well in the field of photography.
Wow, what a lovely story. So, from consultation to now learning the skill,
Yeah.
how has that experience been? Like you said, people don't have much idea of what photography is all about. So, can you expand more on it and then your journey as a photojournalist?
Thank you very much. Uh, Many people just see photography as point and shoot. The aspect of photography that majority of people are familiar with is just the should I call it the basic? Let me just say that is just a basic. That is just a foundation. But photography is far more than that. And photography is beyond just an hobby. is a profession on its own. Just the way we have medical, in the medical, we have different doctors specialize on different, like we have surgeons, we have dentists, we have different aspects of doctors. And also in engineering, you have mechanical, you have petrochemical, and like that. So that is just the way photography is also. In photography, we have street photography, we have photojournalism, we have portrait photography, we have studio photography. There are different aspects of photography as well. So photography is not just, like I said earlier, it's not just an hobby. I agree, and I remember I once said photography is a global hobby. Fine, but it goes beyond just an hobby. It's a profession on its own. And the aspect of photojournalism, which is also related, or shall I say, an aspect of documentary photography. Many people they are not used to this. What people are used to is just a portrait photography. They just want to see someone's face looking beautiful, being sharp, and that's all. But in documentary and photojournalism, it goes beyond that. You know, we base on objectivity. Most of the photographs you see outside there, they have been doctored, they have been edited, they have been manipulated. But in photojournalism, objectivity is a key. You just take the picture, do your composition, and just relate it as it is. And it is not just taking picture. There is no photograph without story. So in photojournalism and also in documentary, you don't take any picture without a background story. Every of your picture must tell story. And that is what makes photojournalism and documentary aspect of photography different from every kind of photography that people are used to. And it's a pity that this aspect is an aspect of photography that many people do not know about.
At the moment, you're currently studying philosophy. How has that spilled into what you're currently doing, like what you are as a photojournalist? Like, does that have any effect on the work that you're doing?
Yeah, thank you very much. In fact, I never thought of you asking a question related to that. But I must tell you, for me, I feel good studying philosophy as a creative photographer. Uh, Photography itself, like I said, is philosophical. And long before I got into the university to go and study philosophy, uh, to me, I see myself like as a philosopher. Although when I now get into the school, I now understand that philosophy is far more than what I thought it to be, honestly. So I love writing stories. I love documenting histories and the rest. And philosophy has now shaping my thinking. Philosophy has made me to understand that you don't just do anything ordinarily. You question the process until you get the truth that cannot be questioned, that cannot be doubted. So I think philosophy has helped me to elevate and develop my aspect of documentary photography. So honestly, it really works hand in hand. And the world is yet to see. Just give me a little time, then you will know what I'm talking about.
Definitely, the world is yet to see. You are the founder and the creative director of the Badagry International Photo Festival. And now this is a platform to celebrate the African visual culture, right?
Yeah.
What was happening around the time when you started this platform, and why did you see the need for this platform?
Thank you very much. Badagry International Photo Festival uh, is a unique gathering of photographers from different parts of the world. And what we aim to do as photographer is to tell our own story by ourselves. Our story cannot be told by by foreigners. When I say foreigners, I'm talking about the Westerners. So it is high time Africans tell their own story by Africans. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So most of the times our
Absolutely.
stories have been manipulated, and we have been made to understand that we are inferior. We have been made to understand that we are less human. And that platform of Badagry International Photo Festival, we are here to train ourselves, to educate ourselves. It's an educational platform to also educate ourselves as African photographers. That is high time that we use our lenses to tell our story as an Africans the way it is. I don't know if you get that. So we just want to, because many photographers outside there, what they just feel is that let me just carry my camera, go out there, photograph a client, collect my money, and that's all. But there is more to that. There is more. It goes beyond that. So until we now engage them, we let them understand that come with this lens you are carrying, with these cameras you are carrying in your hand, you can actually rewrite your story. You can actually change the narrative, the negative impression that the world have about Africans, and that is what that platform is set to do. And by God's grace, we are moving it.
Okay, so can you tell us some of the things that you have done so far with that platform and with the other African photojournalists?
To be honest with you, we have a lot. We have a lot that have been penned down. We have a lot of projects that we are yet to do. But so far, so good. One of the very things we have been able to do, well, we are starting from Badagry because we understand that Badagry itself is an historical community. This is not an history that we're being fabricated or that we just come up overnight and just, okay, let's do this, let's arrange this. No, it is natural. Many of us, many of our fathers were born into that story. So, and it's just a pity. Many times I see Badagry as an abandoned national monument, a monument that have not been, the resources in Badagry has not been tapped into. Honestly, and on this platform, what we now set to do is to document our story, document our history, document our heritage. We have several heritage sites, some of which have been demolished. So this time around, we now aim at going out there, documenting Badagry for the entire world to see. And in the course of doing this, we are also boosting the tourism potential of Badagry, of Lagos State, and even Nigeria at large. Because at every gathering, at every photo festival, we have different photographers from different parts of the country and different parts of Africa. The last edition we held, we have people, photographers from Ghana, we have photographers from Gambia, we have photographers from Benin Republic. We have photographers that show interest from overseas, from UK, and what's it called, Switzerland. We have photographers that showed interest, and they have been advising us that subsequent one we should let them be aware, we should inform them earlier so that they can plan to be part of it as well. So we've really done a lot, and for this community, especially Badagry, honestly, we have documented Badagry beyond. I don't think there's anyone that have documented Badagry the way we have done it, even though people are yet to. But our works are in places, people already, they've been seeing our works. It's just to connect that work to the original people behind the images. So that's what that's the little we've done so far. But like I said, we have a lot that have been penned down, and as time goes on, we continue to unfold them little by little.
What a profound thing that you're doing, spotlighting
Thank you very much.
Africa to the. You're welcome. Spotlighting
Thank you.
Africa to the world and then starting with Badagry. Photography is actually very interesting because From what you've said so far, you are all about not just photography as an art form, but as a tool for preserving our culture, identity, and collective memory. But here's the thing, when you are busy capturing these moments, these identities, this cultural landscape, what is happening to your own memory, to your own identity? Who captures the photographer's memory, the photographer's identity, the person behind the camera? Because I had this issue in the place where I was previously working as a photographer, right? And every single event, I was the one capturing all that was happening. But if you go and look at those pictures, you'll never see my picture there. The only time you know that Vanessa was involved is because that picture exists. So you know that, okay, for this picture to exist, Vanessa must have taken it. But me in that picture, I'm not present. So what happens to our memory as photographers? Like, who captures our memory and our identity? And then, okay, so how
Uh,
have you also been able to balance that if you have?
Vanessa, I can relate very, very well. 3 days ago, I was having a discussion with some of my friends anyway, and someone just came over and said, "It's here to see his photograph that I did." Then I'm like, "Can you imagine? We took photographs. I was not part of the picture. You did not even say thank you. You did not even commend me for my effort. The only thing you can just remember is your own picture. So must it be all about yourself?" Anyway, that is the way it is. Uh, it's people, like I said earlier, people always see our world, and it always take a longer time before they get connected to the photographer who actually documents the image. For me, I have also reasoned that way. That is like we are not people are not being fair to us. But who is to be blamed? We can't blame them. We can't blame anybody for that. The interesting thing is that we have good work and people can actually relate to what we are doing. And as a photographer, it is not about you, it's about your subject, it's about the people you are photographing. So we are, in fact, photographers are passionate people because all our time, our efforts, all our year, we are busy doing things for people. And I don't know how it feels to you when you photograph people and the people saw that they see their picture and they smile. They see their picture and they're like, wow, and they are happy. So the happiness that people uh, enjoy from the photographs that we presented to them is our own pride too. That is our reward. Anyway, technology has also made it easier for us this year. And that is why uh, in the past I don't used to do it, but now I am getting into that too. While I am photographing my subjects, you can as well have someone else who will also be photographing you because you also need to document yourself. Just the way we have been documenting people, we have been writing stories about people, we also need someone, or we ourselves need to write story for ourselves. And the only way we can do that is by having someone as an assistant who will be dedicated to photographing us. But I must tell you, as far as I'm concerned, honestly, I don't have that such a memory too. I don't have it. Most of the times I just go out. Sometimes I go into the bush. Sometimes I'll be on the boat from morning to night. I have taken countless risks and yet I was not documenting it. But my joy and my pride and my concentration has always been on what I do. So I love to talk more about what I do than talking about my own personal self. And that's still good for me because as time goes on, my work will speak for me.
Yes, I like how you said that your work will speak for you because I want to find out, I want to know what is, in one word, how would you want your work to be remembered?
Anyway, uh, wow, maybe I've never given this a thought before. But to be honest with you, uh, I just want people to look back one day and appreciate me for what I do. And the kind of people that I think I've been working for are the younger generation, even the generation yet unborn. I work for posterity, and I'm very sure one day several of them will look back and say, thank God that this man did this for us while he's still living, especially when we have the ability to do it. So I think that's okay for me.
Thank you. It has been a delight speaking with you. So I have a short, witty question that I have in mind. So there are people who say that they prefer videos over photography because they're like video capture the entire essence, but photograph will just capture like a still moment. But videos, every single thing happening in that moment, the video will capture that. Like, what is your take on that?
Well, everybody is entitled to use our own opinion. But I also remember there was a time, uh, especially for those prominent personalities that I've worked for in the past. Many of them, they are not even bothered about the videos. All they just want is just the photograph. They can sit down, go through the albums, see all the images captured, and they are fine. Ask them to come and sit down and watch video. They are not ready. But what makes video easier now is just the fact that now we can just do a short content, just speak and put everything together, and it will still speak about the entire event. And one other thing that I also understand about video compared to photograph these days was just the fact that people want to have a video they want to push on the reel, on YouTube, on Instagram, and the rest. So for me, I didn't see anything bad in both. I didn't see a reason for competition in photography and video. It's a matter of choice. If you prefer video, good luck to you. If you prefer photography, good luck to you. But I can bet you, not everybody have that time to sit down to watch videos.
Thank you so much for joining the podcast. And I look forward to more work that you're doing, including the Badagry International Photo Festival. We can't wait to see more of what the journalist comes up with. Till next time on Brazen Exchange, I'm your host, Vanessa Emadi. Goodbye.